Every nation has elected leaders, official ministers, public institutions, and constitutional frameworks. But investigators discovered that behind these visible structures operate parallel systems, networks of influence with no public oversight, no electoral accountability, and no official recognition. They are not governments, but they govern. Shadow governments are real and rising. Researchers noticed that in crises, policy decisions seemed influenced by actors outside official government. Private consultants, elite donors, intelligence veterans, multinational executives, legal strategists, think tank directors. Different countries, same pattern. Public leaders changed. The shadow networks remained. Shadow governments formed through overlapping structures, advisory councils, private intelligence firms, specialized legal networks, strategic consulting groups, economic influence boards, elite philanthropic alliances, and private foundations. These structures steer decisions from behind the scenes. Power becomes distributed, but visibility disappears. Many shadow networks are built around former intelligence officers who transition to private roles. They provide high-level data, geopolitical insights, national security analysis, covert influence strategies, and discrete connections. Their knowledge becomes a tool for corporate and elite interests. Intelligence becomes service. Think tanks shape government policy through research reports, strategic forecasts, legislative drafts, war game simulations, and global risk assessments. But behind them lie donors, financiers, and private institutions with clear interests. Think tanks provide ideas. Shadow networks select which ones become policy. Large corporations interact with governments through confidential channels. They influence tax regulation, infrastructure investment, trade agreements, environmental policy, and technological standards. Their representatives rarely appear in public debates, yet their interests shape the outcome. Corporations become co-authors of national strategy. Elite investors hold leverage over nations through sovereign debt, capital markets, currency stability, credit ratings, and infrastructure financing. A single shift in investment flow can pressure governments into policy change. Economic power becomes political power. Shadow networks use elite lawyers to shape constitutional amendments, emergency powers, regulatory protocols, judicial appointments, and the boundaries of executive authority. Legal architecture becomes adaptable to elite influence. Law becomes design. Global institutions, financial, diplomatic, humanitarian, serve as platforms for shadow networks. Through them, elite actors influence global health protocols, economic guidelines, trade standards, development benchmarks, and geopolitical negotiations. Shadow governance extends beyond borders. Shadow networks shape public perception through editorial influence, strategic leaks, crisis messaging, controlled narratives, and selective framing. Information becomes a tool not of truth, but of influence. During crises, shadow governments activate task force networks, private advisory groups, intelligence partnerships, corporate alliances, and legal emergency teams. Their speed and coordination often surpass official government response. Crises reveal who truly holds influence. Those who studied these networks faced classified documents, redacted communications, confidential meetings, private contracts, legal threats, access barriers, and silence from insiders. Shadow governments protect their invisibility. Why build hidden networks? Because they provide influence without accountability, power without election, continuity across administrations, economic leverage, confidential decision-making, and global strategic reach. Shadow governments offer control without public constraint. Who truly governs nations? The elected officials seen on television, or the shadow networks that shape decisions from behind the scenes? Is democracy real, or only the surface layer of a deeper system? The truth isn't found in public institutions. It's in the structures the public never sees. If you're ready to uncover the next layer of global influence, subscribe to the Hidden Codex and tell us what you believe shadow governments are building next.